Hey everybody, welcome back to Review the Nerds. I'm Vincent.
And I'm Mike, and for this episode we're going to be reviewing Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, Official Trailer 2.
So now we have the new trailer for Star Wars Rogue One. We can see a little bit more imagery, we get to learn a little more plot details. A few more good bits in this trailer, but not too much,
Yeah, I mean, the biggest development is the Mads Mikkelsen character, who is the father of Jyn Erso, and we see he's apparently one of the developers of the Death Star, which I'm interested by because in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, they said that the Geonosians were heavily involved in developing the super weapon. We even saw it being built at the end of Revenge of the Sith. So yeah. I wonder how involved he really could be at this point, because it seemed like they kind of already designed it.
Yeah, maybe it's some kind of retcon that they're trying to pull there. I mean, if so, I'm sure, even though a lot of people are going to be bringing this up, it's still, they're changing something from the prequels, and people hate the prequels, so it could kind of work.
I imagine they're going to try to find a way to tiptoe around it, because people are sticklers for continuity. I think that they're going to try to find a way to incorporate both, because they already went through the trouble of showing continuity. I don't think they're going to ignore it. If they did, I think that'd be a mistake, because they kind of made a big deal of it in the prequels, that's how it was developed. I mean, I'm just assuming they're bringing him on because there's some kind of... Maybe he's the one that leaves the design flaw, where there's like...
Dude, I wanted to say it, but you beat me to it. Damn it! I wanted to be like, wouldn't it be awesome? He's like, my daughter, here, I left a big hole in the ship. Blast it there!
The one thing that's been...
Damn it, I want to say it.
The one thing's been heavily criticized by Star Wars fans ever since the first movie is like, oh, there so happens to be a hole that leads right to the way to destroy this. Yeah. And in this movie, they retcon it and they explain it completely. It's intentional. Yeah. Mads Mikkelsen planted it intentionally so they could destroy it. Wouldn't that be a twist?
Oh, that'd be great.
I mean, that'd be kind of also stupid, but it would be kind of funny. All these fucking things have spoofed that hole being there, and then finally there's like, okay, you know what? All you people that are complaining about this hole, this is why it's there. Okay, shut up.
This is why. A father's love.
Also, another thing that's obviously a big theme in the series, every movie always connects back to family, and in this movie it's the relation between father and daughter. Whereas in the previous films, it's always been like a father-son type thing. And then in the newest movie, The Force Awakens, Han Solo is Kylo Ren's father, aka Ben Solo, and that we also have Leia as his mother. So it makes sense to continue the theme of family here. It's also a good argument to support rumors that Jyn Erso may be Rey's long-lost mother.
I personally would hope not, because I just like the fact that we're going to have these new set of characters to follow and get to see their, what you could call, side story almost. But if they're trying to link them, that kind of like, I would think, restrict them creatively to try to figure out how to link it all back to like the characters in the future, where, you know, this could just be their own great story onto themselves. Now, if they do find a way to link it, fine, as long as it works. I'm fine with that, but personally, I would just like them be their own thing.
Well, what they would probably do, I would imagine, is if they went that direction, is that they would make this movie isolated, but then they'd connect Jyn Erso in like another episode later. Like, but I don't think they'd connect at the end of this movie or anything. Like, I still think it's going to be an isolated event, but I think that later on, there's always a possibility. I mean, there's definitely benefits narratively to have this be a backstory, because everyone wants to know the mystery of Rey. This might be one puzzle piece. You know,
possible.
Also, another big appearance in this trailer.
Vader.
Yeah, this is like the first...
Walks around.
This is the first real good look at him that we've had so far.
Yeah, I thought, because people were talking like that other trailer where we just like get a quick shot of the back of his helmet, and everybody's freaking out. It's like, oh my god, Vader! I think I was the only nerd on the internet that didn't freak out. I was like, all right, the back of his helmet. Whoopty shit. I don't care. This one we get a little more of him. He's walking around. He seems to be having meetings with the admiral or general or whatever.
Oh, he's made that sound so boring. He's like walking around. He's having meetings.
He doesn't even say nothing. He doesn't even say Luke. He doesn't say nothing. Nothing. He does nothing.
All you Star Wars fans, you've been waiting all these years to see Darth Vader walking around sitting on meetings. I'm hoping we get a little more Darth Vader just him walking around sitting in on meetings.
Yeah, no, I hope they use them. Personally, I wouldn't mind at all if Vader is just kind of a side character in the story. I really wouldn't mind. I know I'm going to probably piss people off with that, but Vader has been a central character in all the other movies. Hell, they even had a way to make him important in Force Awakens by him being the motivating factor for Kylo Ren to be a powerful Sith Lord. I just wouldn't mind if Vader didn't have a lot to do in this one. I want to see other characters. I want to explore these new worlds, these new characters, their motivations, their backstories.
Sure, that's all good and dandy, but I also see this as an opportunity to kind of undo the damage of Hayden Christensen on Darth Vader's image from the prequels. I want to see Darth Vader come out as the badass that we all remembered him to be. I want to see him choke out some motherfucker. I want to see him use his Force power to, like, throw, like, an X-Wing down into the ground or something. I want to see him do something badass. Okay, I'm just asking for at least one big badass moment where we see why he is the ultimate, villain in the universe. Then I'll be happy. I just want to see him slice some guy with a lightsaber, something. I agree with you that he shouldn't be the focus, but I also do feel like they need to give the fans a payoff. Give us a moment. That's all I'm asking for.
I think it'd be fun if there's one scene where Palpatine shows up, and when Palpatine's got his back turned, just Vader fucking gives him the Force finger. I think that'd be cool. Another thing I found interesting about this trailer was the first trailer was really focusing on showing, this is the Empire at the peak of, their darkness and their domination, and everything is just bleak as hell. In this trailer, they still got that in there, but they're also emphasizing this, the hope.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Of, the rebellion, pushing back the Empire finally, which is, a good message considering, this are the events leading up to Episode 4, A New Hope. So the message of hope is in this trailer, which is a good idea, because, that's what this is all about. This is all leading up to the rebellion changing the tide and all that stuff.
Another thing in this trailer is kind of pushed is, again, trying to really separate this in some ways from the other Star Wars films. This is a full-blown war movie, it looks like. The way the trailer's edited, the way it's advertised, it looks like this is war. Not just an adventure story.
They're building up the rebellion. They got all these soldiers. A lot of them are like Jen. They're not, military trained, but they're kind of more like outlaws or anybody who just seems willing to participate.
The scale seems, in some ways, bigger than Force Awakens. I mean, it just looks like they have really big battle scenes.
Yeah.
And a variety of locations, some of which don't look like your stereotypical, Star Wars locations, because in Star Wars we always have the desert planet,
yeah.
We always have the forest planet, we always have the ice planet.
Yeah.
This time they're showing a planet that looks like it's a swamp, with jungles.
Swamp, maybe
it kind of
some
looks it kind of looks like Vietnam a little bit.
Well, if they're going for the war theme to it, it's not a bad idea at all. Good movies will plant similar locations in there. It's on a different planet, but it looks like a location we know here on Earth, so it makes it more relatable.
So when the AT-ATs appear over the horizon with the sunset behind it, they'll play dun 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 dun. They'll do a little homage to Apocalypse Now.
Oh my god! Another thing we see continued into this trailer that's also was an awesome moment in the first trailer. In the first trailer, that awesome moment where we got the Star Destroyer flying past the Death Star, and it gives this great shot because it really gives you a scale of things, and also the shot on the beach with the AT-ATs coming under, running under them. And this one, we got more imagery like that. There's this one great scene where they're in a town, they're looking above, and they see the Star Destroyer flying over them. And once again, this great shot that really gives you scale and just makes the Empire, makes them look so massive, because that's their whole deal. They're big, they're powerful, they'll run over you like a steamroller. I really love stuff like that. I think this movie is going to have some really great cinematography in it.
Yeah, I also like the image of the crushed Jedi statue in the sand. The giant statue they showed that looked like it had been destroyed by the Empire or whatever. Little stuff like that, little touches. But yeah, it does, again, the scope looks pretty big in this. So I'm definitely interested.
The trailer was exciting. Once again, I think it did its job. It reiterated some of the stuff from the first trailer, but also gave some new stuff. Not too much where it didn't spoil anything. Keeping me interested. I'm excited to come this December.
Yep, pretty much it's replaced Christmas as the holiday.
Yeah, there's a lot of the studios pulled changed the week their movie was going to come out because they didn't want to contend with Rogue One, and who can blame them? Who can honestly blame them? This movie's good. I don't know if it's going to do as well as The Force Awakens, but it's definitely going to make some buck.
Yeah, I'm also excited to see it. I like the change in tone. Again, the same way that the Marvel machine has survived all this time by constantly delivering little twists on the genre, not just straight up superhero films, but superhero with political thrillers or with disaster films. this is Star Wars with like another spin on it. Hopefully the Han Solo solo film will have its own little spin on it as well. But I think as long as they keep reinventing the formula and not just do the same thing over and over again and leave that main formula to the actual episodes, I think that the series will definitely be able to expand.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. Please let us know down in the comments what you're thinking. Do you agree, disagree? Did we miss anything? Whatever you want to say down there, we'll get back to you when we can. And if you really like us, please subscribe to our channel here. But until next time, I'm Vincent.
And I'm Mike.
And this has been
Review of the Nerds.
Catch you next time.
May the Force be with you.
And also with you.
May the Schwartz be with you.
I love that movie.